Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to the Tachyon Mind. I am Brandy. Let's see what June has in store for you. You made a judgment call on something that you walked away from or moved away from, or something that's coming to a finality, right? You're looking and reflecting about something new here within that dynamic. I feel like for you, there's a lot going on, and it's been difficult for you to try to figure out, like, what it is that we need to focus our energy on, right? What is it that is new here? So I feel like there is a focus on the fifth house, first of all, deciding. There's decisions, right? And some of them are hard decisions. I feel like for you, there's some sort of decision specifically when it comes to the fourth house that's being made here. It could be a home, it could be a mother, it could be a parental figure here, and maybe your role as a child. Some of the stuff that you're navigating, you have wisdom with, but some things you don't, okay? And so you're really taking it day by day, but I feel like you're making a lot of decisions. Yeah. Told you some of this is new terrain that you really don't have the perspective. You're trying to listen to your heart as you proceed forward, but it's not been easy. I feel like some of you guys are feeling some sort of wounding when it comes to, like, the mother home. Possibly looking at a reconciliation with a fire energy here on the board, or like seeking a fire energy's assistance or wisdom on something that could potentially be something that's coming up here. Ooh, all right. Interesting. Didn't waste no time coming out of there, did it? Some of you guys don't know how to proceed forward with something. You don't know how to proceed forward with it, right? Like there's like a need to study up or gain some wisdom with something here. Hold on. Yeah, you might be seeking like an energy here for assistance like fire, but for some of you it's about your role as a child, your role as dealing with a parent, or it's something that you've created, or your children in general seems to be dominating your energy in June. Okay. All right. I feel like you're standing tall and you're building confidence and proceeding forward, even though you may not know how to deal with a certain situation here. I feel like for you, it's bringing up the fifth house. Okay, it's bringing up the fifth house, and there's like a new seed that's being planted here in the fifth house of creativity, or like there's something new that you're experiencing here that you've never experienced before. Okay, maybe as a child, maybe for your children, maybe you're dealing with a parent. You're gaining a new wisdom here as you proceed forward, but It's interesting because it's like you see some sort of a energy here where there can be some sort of joy or there can be something here to create something new here. There's a new creation within a relationship dynamic of a parent for some of you. All right, you're taking on a different role here. There's clarity that's been brought in, allowing a trajectory of the energy as you proceed forward. Maybe you're taking a parenting role or you're taking on energy here where you're doing something and acting as the parent. Okay. It's interesting because I feel like some of you are dealing with a very difficult situation right now, where you're stepping in and you're working with some sort of close of a cycle, but at the same time, you want to create something new in love here, or you want to create something new. So it's like this pull and tug between both energies. I feel like you want to start something that you created, but at the same time, it feels like some responsibilities might be taking priority here. So you're having to temper that energy a bit. I feel like you may have reached out or you may be reaching out to someone communicating about some sort of a new situation or some sort of dissolution between you and someone else. I feel like you're going to set intentions here for like new, and you're going to allow sort of love or allow some heart energy or allow some sort of connection to happen and unfold in a different way in which you had anticipated. All right. I feel like definitely having some Chiron coming through here where you're just exhausted. There's something within you, or there's something within the fourth house, home, roots, ancestry that has exhausted you. Possibly it could be the connection. All right. I don't know. I was getting some channelings underneath the collective energy for like DNA recoding. So that might resonate with you. You might want to watch that reading. I'll be posting that soon. Because it's really talking about like this exhaustion to the bone, and that was what I was getting. And it might be emotional exhaustion too, intuitive exhaustion, but I feel like there's a start of some sort of a deep healing cycle where it comes to where you belong, sense of belonging or something like that, or security or safety here. Early childhood dynamics, home, what is home to you? I heard home is where the heart is. Stability. Stability seems to be something that is a concern here or a wound that we're working through. A fear of loss or losing as well. I feel like you're going to be working on building an inner home or building an inner sanctuary here. And I feel like you're going to, as you move through this energy and heal, right? You're going to be realizing that security is something that comes from inside. And I feel like you're processing old family vulnerabilities and or woundings and or sense of like belonging, okay? Sense of worth. That's some tough energy for you to be working through. I feel like, interestingly enough, there's this energy where you've had some solitude and you're trying to release or process something and heal from something, specifically like a partnership, but it feels more like ancestral, energetically speaking. You're healing and releasing something here. Causing you to have to step back from the physical world and deal with a lot of things internally. Um, Maybe also some of the things that's coming up to the surface is some self-sabotaging behaviors with you or people you're dealing with here, some dissolutional energy. There's a finality here. You're being asked to accept the finality of something and asking yourself if you're able to step up in a place of love and compassion even in the face of possible loss. But you're dropping some psychological baggage, I feel like, something that has been deep within. So for some of my Aquariuses, I was picking up on some energy like your mind was dissolving, like you had a lot on your mind. And I feel like you're starting to see it sort of come to the forefront. It's like this baggage, psychological baggage is coming to the forefront and you're purging it, like you're getting rid of it, transmuting the energy, you're learning from it. And I feel like you're placing up boundaries. You're having to place up some strange boundaries, and I don't mean that in a weird way, but it's almost like psychological boundaries or like energetic boundaries as you proceed forward because you don't want to end up in sort of like this burnout energy. You're prioritizing your sleep or you need to prioritize your sleep. Um And sometimes you just need to withdraw in order to, like, retriate your energy, I feel like. I feel like spiritual boundaries are a big thing for you or, like, energetic boundaries or, like, you're really looking at boundaries. I feel like some of your boundaries are being dissolved because of a newfound understanding of a situation and a goal here or a common cause, a newfound wisdom with something. Yes, please rest if you need it. I'm telling you, you gotta rest if you need it. You got a lot going on day to day here, or like what you're serving, or some sort of sense of service that you've taken on. It's a lot. It's a lot, Aquarius. And it's okay for you to have boundaries. It really is because it's very importante to you. Okay. I feel like Jupiter is going to move into the energy and help you understand something here. It's moving in and it's giving you a lesson. It's moving into some sort of committed partnership that you find yourself in. And it's sort of like bringing in this fresh perspective or growth here of some sort of optimistic flow of energy along with this hardship, okay? But it's elevating a mutual bond that you didn't think was going to be elevated. Okay, you're sharing an adventure, is what I heard. Sharing an adventure with someone. Sharing an adventure with someone. I feel like there's going to be some authentic communication, whether you're reaching out to someone that you love. It could be with a child, it could be with a parent here. I feel like any situation like that you find where there's partnerships or contracts that you're trying to complete, or a close friendship or romance, are like feeling this expansive, blessed energy of Jupiter here. All right, it's interesting. And there's celebration, okay? There's something coming that requires organizing people coming together. and it's honoring someone's self-sacrifice or honoring someone who's suspended in their action. But I feel like, with loss, love and compassion is there as well. And I'm sorry if you're going through this, but I also feel like you're compromising, and I feel like this expands your luck, okay, as you proceed forward. Healing has been something that's coming, healing your heart, healing your childhood, healing a home situation, healing stuff with your children. And it's happening because there is a lot on the plate here with the day to day, and it's quite difficult to move forward in this energy. Yeah, you might message someone or you might get a message over someone that might have to do with like a home situation or a mother or a family member or something like that. Also, it might be someone that you really wish to connect with or you feel a strong connection with, also community. So it could be friends and stuff like that. It's something that's coming in the distant horizon. It's like there's this preparation for something. Solutions, looking for solutions here. I just really feel like you're learning change rapidly, and it's like you're really learning how to work with someone as you proceed forward, and maybe because they can't do something here, right? Because you do have the hangman, but it's like still allowing that to be sort of supported and loved, okay? There's a completion of a cycle here on the board. It's causing a temperance of the energy. Someone's going to transcend the boundaries or the limits. I don't want to be, and this won't resonate for everybody, but there's the law of correspondence here: as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Okay. It's a cycle, a pattern that you're seeing that's closing. Now, for some of you, this could be someone in your life transcending or going, not being bound by this world anymore. But you're understanding something about the mirror of what happens inside of us. And there's something with that moment. Okay. So hopefully you got something from this, Aquarius. As always, thank you for your love and support. You come in number 2 on the support bus, so you definitely will be in the rotation. You have secured that spot. So I love you, Aquarius. And until next time, stay in your tachyon mind. Bye. Peace.